right, here we go. Lunchbox's 10 cringiest moments of the last 5 years as compiled by us. Lunchbox does not know the list. Number 10. When Lunchbox revealed his mom had to give him a naked sponge bath after having surgery.
Yes, 100%.
But you're an adult man. As a kid, I get it.
Yes, I'm an adult man, but I had surgery on my ankle, so I had to lay in the bathtub, and I could not. Yes, I had to lay in the bathtub, and I had to put my foot out of the bathtub, so I couldn't wash all the way down my legs and everything.
No.
So I had my mom do it for me.
No.
She's seen me naked.
But you didn't have to be naked. You're an
She's
adult.
seen me
You're an adult
naked.
man. You're an adult man.
But your
What, she-
arms weren't broken. It was your foot. Like, you had to hang your foot. Like, you can bathe yourself.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
about this makes sense.
But do you know how far deep
No.
the bathtub is, and you put your foot up, and then by that point you're way up here, and your foot's way above your head?
The only point is your mom did not have to see your...
yeah.
Well, yeah, but how would I be clean?
Okay. Okay.
Do you take a bath in your swimsuit?
You could.
You could.
Especially
when
if
it
your
comes
mom
to that.
is
Yeah.
bathing you.
I
All
don't
right,
think
at
it's
number
weird.
9. Lunchbox's 10 cringiest moments when he called the cops on his neighbor's graduation party.
Oh, yeah.
No, I called the cops on their graduation party because we were during the pandemic, height of COVID, and it said you were not allowed to have a gathering of more than 10 people, and they had at least 30 to 40.
But what was that doing to hurt you?
Yeah.
And what was that doing for
They weren't following the rules. We were trying to get out of the pandemic. We were trying to follow the rules so COVID would not spread, and they were choosing to ignore the rules. And look, the longer they didn't follow the rules, the longer I had to be in lockdown, and I didn't want to be in lockdown anymore.
So you think you calling and splitting up that graduation party...
Yes, breaks up the super spreader event.
That one was pretty cringy.
Very
when he admitted
cringy.
he had called the cops.
I don't think it's cringy. I think they need to follow the rules. They could have separate time, like, okay, graduation party's today, but your time slot is 1 to 2.
Oh.
You come 3 to 4. That way you spread it out.
No, and like, who is he, Mr. Rule Follower?
Right. Everybody else has to follow the rules, but he shouldn't have
Exactly.
to. Number 8. And I have a clip for this one. The time Lunchbox attempted stand-up comedy. It all started during a post show where we brought up the topic of me doing shows and Mike D doing shows. And Lunchbox claimed he could do stand-up because it was so easy. So Mike took him to an open mic night, and it was so much cursing during the 4-minute set we couldn't play most of it. But here is a clip of the of the what they're writing down here is a bomb. Here we go.
And I always say, you never know who you're sleeping next to. So I kind of had an incident like this with my wife a little bit ago. I went and got LASIK, where you fix your eyes. I wake up the next morning. I roll over. I said, what the hell have I been sleeping next to? Thought I knew, had no idea. Woo! Yeah. Ooh, that's a bad one. Yeah.
They seem to like it.
No, not really.
You just said
I think they were liking
you're...
two things. I think they were liking the awkwardness of it, and 2, you just called your wife ugly.
For the sake of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's what you
said-
do in comedy, guys. It doesn't matter. Nothing's off limits.
Okay.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing. Good.
It's a funny joke. Crowd liked it. That's
Number
what you gotta
7. Lunchbox claiming he was so famous, and then going up to a tour bus and nobody knowing who he was at all. Here you go.
do. Hey, y'all know where I can find Lunchbox? Hey, you guys know where I can find Lunchbox? Don't worry, I'll wait. You can take pictures. Yeah, if you can just show me where Lunchbox, yeah, it's me. Good to see you guys.
He said, show me, and that's me in the same second.
And that silence is everyone looking confused. Like, who is this guy?
And at number 6, Lunchbox creeping out Gwen Stefani, and he was told, don't touch her.
Man, I saw her at the hotel in Vegas, the Cosmopolitan. She was trying to leave out the front doors, and I ran up, Gwen, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? And she turns around, she's like, fine. I go to put my arm around her, and she goes, no touching. And so I had to do the 2 thumbs up in front of her, like, hey, hi. And it was very awkward on her part.
Oh, so you agree, awkward.
No, it wasn't cringy on my
on
part.
her
Oh,
part.
wasn't cringy at all?
How is it cringe? Like, that's cringe on her. She should be ashamed of herself, not me.
You tried to you tried to just throw your arm around her
She
waist.
doesn't know you.
What do you do when you're in a picture with a celebrity? You put your arm around them. You don't just stand there with your hands by your side. You put your arm around them. That's what you do.
Did she agree to the picture already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, sure. And she turned around, and I go to put my arm around her, and
Around her waist or her shoulder?
shoulder. And they said, no touching. And I was like, okay, 2 thumbs up. I mean, that's cringe on her. That's all on her. That's nothing on me. That's just me being excited to see someone famous in the public. And
Maybe the story is
public.
just cringe.
Yeah.
I mean, I was running after her with my suitcase.
Okay, see,
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
it always
It gets
drips
worse.
out at the end.
all
Where it's like,
sweaty.
what's so cringy about it?
Like, she had a couple bodyguards, and I had my suitcase, and I was in the check-in line at the hotel, and I saw her, and I was like, I jetted out of the check-in line. I was gonna get that picture.
And I want to put 2 at number 5 together because they've been pretty recent on the show. Morgan Wallen had his second number 1, and Lunchbox was like, "It's your first number 1," and Morgan had to be like, "No, dude. Here's that clip."
How do you celebrate a number 1? Because that's something you've dreamt about. Like, when you started this and you sign a record deal, you're like, man, I hope to have just one number 1 in my career, probably. And you get the number 1. So what does Morgan Wallen do? They call you, hey, you're number 1. Boom.
Well, this one's my second one. So,
All right.
All right, so there's that one. We played that a few times. And
Ay, ay,
also,
ay.
tied at number 5 happened on the show where Lunchbox is trying to interview Guy Fieri at a chicken restaurant in
Oh
town.
my goodness.
This one just happened yesterday. Terribly awkward.
Make sure you're listening to the Bobby Bones Show. We're on 100.
I don't know who you are, but you are just in my face
let me
more than
tell you.
anybody. So, at least explain to me who you are.
My name is. Yeah, I'll tell you.
No, I know who Bobby Bones is. I don't know who he is.
I'm Lunchbox. I'm on
Okay.
the morning show. We're on
Lunchbox, you
175.
better be legit. If you're in my grill about all this, I'm going to find the governor.
That felt so.
yikes.
That beginning of that.
He's looking around. He's like, can someone explain to me who this guy is?
I mean, I was tapping him on his shoulder trying to get that line
Oh,
up
you're
for the
touching
show.
him. He's touching. He loves touching
Again.
people. He loves touching people. All right, here we go. Number 4.
Number 4.
When he kept Dierks Bentley's medallion after
my
the
gosh.
CMA dinner.
No, this is horrible.
This is horrible.
Horrible.
So, would you like to tell the story, Amy?
Oh, okay, so yeah, we were at this really, really fancy CMA dinner thing.
For people that have won the CMA award.
Quite honestly, we didn't belong there, you know? But I guess we won radio stuff. So anyway, we're there, and like somehow jokingly, Lunchbox gets Dirk's medallion, and Dirks is fully expecting to get it back. But Lunchbox straight up keeps it. And I mean, this is a very special thing for any artist. And of course, they won it. And Lunchbox like thinks that Dirks really gave it to
And
him.
takes it home.
No,
Takes it home.
Listen, let me tell you how it went down. This is how it went down. You go to the CMA dinner, right? And everybody that is nominated gets a medallion. Well, we didn't get a medallion even though we were nominated. So I thought that was weird. And so I was just talking to Dirks. I was like, man, we were nominated and we didn't even get a medallion. He goes, here, you can have mine. And he put it around my neck and walked away.
Kidding.
It was a joke.
It was a joke.
Oh, really? Then why didn't he come back and get it? Why did he
Right,
give
because
it?
you left and took it home.
No, because he put it around my neck and walked away. I didn't walk away.
You don't think before you left to go home, you'd been like, dude, here's your medallion back.
Hey,
Yeah.
he knew where I was. He knew I was there. If he wanted it, he could have come and got it.
And how long did you keep it?
Like 3 weeks
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It was
until Bobby made me give it back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. When
Which is
someone
what you
gives
should
you
have done.
something, you take it. And it was cool to have Dierks Bentley's medallion. Like, you know where that medallion is right now? He has no idea either. Exactly. So I would have had that hanging on the wall like, hey, Dierks gave that to me.
Number 3, Lunchbox trying to sell a picture of Sam Hunt and his wife
Oh my gosh.
Why is that
This
cringeworthy?
was terrible.
that I had to buy so it wouldn't go to TMZ.
No. That's like the picture. That's more valuable now because it's really like the first picture of them reconciling, getting back together.
What was
Like,
cringier, him trying to sell it or the fact that he hid in a car and took the picture?
Oh, they're
He,
pretty
like,
even.
looped
I mean, I pulled up at a
around.
four-way
Yeah.
stop. I was going to pick up some lunch, and they just happened to walk right in front of my car, and I was like, what in the world?
So I had to pay the money that TMZ was going to pay to get the picture.
Plus $1.
Plus $1. So he wouldn't sell the picture.
Man, I still think about that.
I mean, he really was on cutting edge news.
I was. It
Number
was
2. Lunchbox's.
Number
Thank you.
2.
Lunchbox's beef with Chris Jansen about trying to take his whole family to an industry event. Somebody at Chris's label said, no, that's too many people. So then Lunchbox got on social media.
I got on. No, I came on here and said there's a beef. I told you, hey, listen, Chris Jansen didn't allow my family when his album title is All In. And I said, obviously that's not accurate because not everyone was welcome all into his party. It was only some people got into his party.
Then he on social media said, I'll give you a gift
Yeah,
card.
he went on there and said, my bad, we messed up. I know we're bad. We want to correct this. And they gave me a
He
gift
never
card.
said any of that.
Yeah,
No,
no.
that's
Never said my bad.
That's what he heard, though.
No, that's basically what he's saying. When he gives you that, that's an apology saying, hey, we messed up. Let us make it right. And he brought me a gift card for, what was it, $250?
Yes.
The Roots Chris Steakhouse.
Golly, that's going to be a nice dinner.
You haven't gone yet?
Not yet. Got to find a babysitter.
Cringy. And number 1,
Number 1.
Lunchbox posting pictures of Lauren Elena at Chipotle.
Yeah, I was eating lunch at Chipotle, and I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, Lauren Elena walks in. I'm like, man, this is great. I'm going to see what she does. And she comes in by herself, and she orders, and she sits down. She starts eating by herself. Then she goes outside, takes a phone call, comes back, and her
You journal all this?
Basically, he's like, she's at a restaurant. He's like, can't wait to
and
see
her
what she
friend
does.
came and joined her, and then Lauren Elena went to get a refill on her water or whatever, and she spilled it all over the floor. And she kept saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me clean that up for you." And they had to clean it up. And I snapped a couple photos of her at Chipotle. What's
That's
the big
not.
deal?
It wasn't just about you taking a couple pictures of her. It was
That's-
that,
It
it
was
was
like
that they
a-
were all from the back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she was
was-
sitting with her back to me.
But you know her.
Exactly. But
and it's all from the back, and I think she was in yoga pants.
Yeah.
And it just felt weird, and everybody. And
It was like paparazzi,
no,
like,
no,
ew.
it wasn't like I was zoomed in on her backside. It was her whole body. It was just she happened to be in, like her back happened to be to me. So you're not allowed to
it
take.
was weird. I just
It
wanted
was
to post
very
the
weird.
pictures, and then everybody starts to come after him.
Well, yeah, those people are idiots.
It's
but
weird.
I don't think that's cringy. You see a celebrity in public, you take a picture, even if it's the back of them. I mean, if they're walking away, you're not allowed to take a picture now?
You know her.
Is that the
You
rule?
know her, and it was her butt in yoga pants 6 feet away.
What's crazy, he's disagreed with every single one on this list.
Oh, so none of them are cringy to you?
I didn't find any of those cringy.
All right.
I mean, I felt cringy for Gwen Stefani because that was her fault.
Yeah. Okay.
Cringy for her.
Well, thank you for doing all these non-cringy things.
Yeah, I mean, man, you guys came up with a weak list.
Hey, he is who he is.
I mean, that Morgan Wallen one, that one's so good.
Eddie, do you have one on the list?
Well, I think number 1 is for sure my favorite on the list because it was so cringy.
Yeah, it was.
Lauren Elena.
I was
mean,
I was in another country working, and we were going through the controversy.
dude, I'm thinking about it right now, being like, oh, why would he do something like that?
I mean, it was, let me tell you, I got a text from her. She goes, oh, that's really funny. And then like an hour later, she goes, after thinking about it, I think you should take those down and never do that again.
Exactly.
We didn't know you got the text from her.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's weird. Someone
Well,
got-
you know her. She has your number to text you.
Wow, this cringe level just got
Now
higher.
I'm
She
even
texted
cringy.
him saying take it down.
Did you take him down, or did Morgan take it down?
Well, I had to take them down. I mean, I had some on my social media, and I was like, you know, and there was other artists chiming in with their 2 cents, and
I hate how this makes me feel.
Yeah, me too. See, there we go.
This is not
and that's
good.
the clear winner. Thank you.
and we'll post the picture so you guys know.
No, we're not posting the picture.
It's a